Welcome to the Fool's Journey, the High Priestess. The High Priestess upright is intuition, unconscious, spirituality, stillness, mysteries, and dreams. In reverse, it's repression, superficiality, ignoring intuition, repressed, disconnected, and secrets. The High Priestess upright represents our relationship with our inner world. She is our faculty of intuition and divine wisdom. She is the voice that calls out from the depth, equipped with knowledge of all that is hidden, our true natures, spirituality, and the self. Her task is to teach us how we can illuminate our dreams, fantasies, and fears with the light of awareness. In reverse, when the High Priestess is reversed, the message she relays from our inner selves are not being received or understood. Her voice is being drowned out by external inputs and anxieties, the wishes and opinions of others, overthinking, societal expectations, guilt, or even past traumas. Perhaps over time, as these other issues have taken precedence, her voice too has grown weaker and weaker. Reflection. The answer you seek can be found within. Among the bustle of everyday life, there is a peaceful core that unflinchingly knows your inner truth. This wisdom is your compass. What is your intuition trying to tell you? If conventional methods or problem solvings are not working for you for your creative, professional, or personal projects, what does your gut say? Do you feel disconnected with yourself? Have you developed behaviors, attitudes, or coping mechanisms that are not aligned with your highest potential? Are you operating on autopilot? Perhaps you are repressing the voice that is telling you a change needs to be made. It is now that you need the High Priestess wisdom more than ever. Action to take. Label the sensation. Be mindful of moments when your intuition is calling out to you. What does it feel like in your body? It may come in a form of warmth in your gut or chest, or a sharp sense of clarity. Explore your unconscious. Keep a dream journal. Understanding patterns and common symbols in your dreams can be a helpful starting point for developing a deeper connection to your inner self. Follow your intuition. Make decisions based on your intuition and take note of what happens both emotionally and externally. Slow down. Pause and give yourself some time to relax. Life may seem like an endless to-do list, but without also devoting some time alone to introspect and recharge, our connection to ourselves grows weaker. Cultivating stillness can also help to process the inputs you receive from the world. Unravel external voices. Where are all of the shouldas coming from? Sometimes they are so ingrained in us that they become internalized. Learning to distinguish between all of these voices can help us find a thread that leads to our own self. The High Priestess, trust your inner knowing. The High Priestess is the personification of wisdom and inner knowing. If you ever trusted your gut instincts, then you are trusting her. You know far more than you think you know. To access your instincts and inner wisdom, you need to push aside the veil of the endless chattering, rational mind. The High Priestess guards the realm of your deeper feelings. When you access the deeper core of your being, you will often find that you already know the answer. You just might be too distracted or too afraid to trust it. Do you trust yourself and your instincts? Is it hard to access your inner knowing because you are distracted by anxiety? Do you confuse fear with your feelings, causing you to not trust your instincts? The High Priestess is the mistress of what lies beyond the veil. She is the keeper of your deepest wisdom. She challenges you to look past the thin shroud of your rationality and experience the deep sea of your inner knowing. She is crowned with the moon in its 3 phases. the waning, the full, the waxing, the full, and the waning. The High Priestess sees the big picture and knows the beginning, the middle, and the end. The High Priestess sits between two pillars, one black and one white. This symbolizes that life's answers are hardly ever black and white, but, like the Priestess positions, are found somewhere in between. The pillars are decorated with the letters B and J. These are the initials for Boaz and Jachin, which were the names of the two entrance pillars to the ancient temple of King Solomon. Like the High Priestess, King Solomon is the archetype of wisdom. The High Priestess sits before a veil decorated with pomegranates, the fruit of the underworld. This symbolizes her answers are found beyond the anxious fears of death and change. Peeking from beyond her veil is the vast sea of the unconscious. All the answers to your questions can be found in those primordial waters. The High Priestess appears today to guide you back to your instincts. Instead of throwing your hands in the air and yelling, "I don't know what to do," go further within yourself. The Priestess knows that feelings of helplessness are just superficial exclamations of fear on the surface. She asks you to summon the courage to pull back the veil, blocking your visions, and access your deepest self for the answer. The answer is right there, beyond the veil of fears, and you already know what to do. Trusting your instincts can be difficult. The what-ifs begin to emerge from your fears. What if I'm wrong? What if this is just a big mistake? What if I don't really belong here? What if I fail? These fears are as thin and superficial as a skimpy veil attempting to block the vast sea. Your fears are not your instincts. To know the difference between your fears and your instincts, check in with your body. Fears will make you feel tight and anxious. Instincts, on the other hand, make you feel sharp, clear, and empowered to act. Your instincts can be found in the place beyond the tightness, deeper within your core, deeper within your spirit. Your inner wisdom is an instinct that will guide you like an infallible compass whenever you feel lost. The High Priestess in reverse, she asks you to notice any recurring signs or symbols you are receiving. The High Priestess is a teacher. She alerts you to the lessons that you are learning. When the High Priestess appears, she tells you that the issues you're experiencing are deeper than they may first appear. She's also calling your attention to the language of signs and symbols, like an abstract painting. The High Priestess reverse asks you to examine the situation from different perspectives to understand it. There is deep wisdom to be gained from reoccurring signals. The High Priestess speaks in a language of pictures, signs, and symbols. This language is not literal and cannot be understood by the rational mind alone. Trust your feelings to illuminate what the message is. There is nothing to fear when the High Priestess appears, upright or reversed. There is magic afoot. The universe is communicating with you in serendipitous, synchronistic ways. It is encouraging you to find the answers to your questions by accessing your inner wisdom. Today, notice any unusual signals you receive. Is there a bird or an animal that finds its way onto your path? What could that animal be teaching you? Is there a color or something that catches your eyes? Ask yourself what this means to you. Is there a card from your tarot deck that keeps emerging? What could it be trying to tell you? Today, look on the grand design of the world within the wise eyes of the High Priestess. The answers will be found within, but the universe will always provide clues in the form of reoccurring signs. Whew, beautiful. All right, family. I will see you guys for the next Fool's Journey when the Fool arrives at the Empress. I will see you again. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Namaste.